Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, where Sue and Shan, two Midwest, well past middle-aged sisters, discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of aging. With a little humor, a little heart, and occasionally a little frustration, we'll explore the unavoidable adventures we experience as we move into our golden years. Yeah, golden years, my ass. Just a note to our listeners, this podcast reflects the opinions and experiences of Sue and Shan. The main purpose of this podcast is intended to entertain. It's been a few months ago, but I had a friend who had just started listening to the podcast, and she said something I would like somebody to talk about is, okay, she has just very recently retired this year. She was a teacher. She said, so yeah, now I'm retired. Now what? I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah. So that's where we're going today, is talking about after retirement. I'm kind of retired. I think I'm going to be working until I'm like 75 or something. I don't know. But yeah, so just flat out, nothing to do day after day as far as being retired. I haven't experienced that yet because I've still got this other job to go to. So, but yeah, that's what a lot of people talk about.
And a lot of people are frightened of retirement. And I think it's that piece of, but what am I going to do?
Right.
What will life be like?
Yes.
And you know, when you said that about you're not officially retired.
Right.
I am finally this summer. So, you know, because I always had a part-time job out the golf course for, 4 years after I retired that one.
Yeah.
But this year then I didn't work out there at all. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because I truly now don't have a commitment schedule.
Yes.
And so it's me deciding where to go and when.
And you and Tim were very good about it. All the time you were both working, you were very involved in a lot of different things.
Right.
So it's something that the two of you have always done, is keep busy with something. Yeah. Me, not so much.
And some people they don't. That's
just
like
don't.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, I can remember people asking me, well, what are you going to do after you retire? Well, I don't know.
No, not
I
there
have no
yet.
clue.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I have a feeling that most people are that way. But some think they have to have everything planned out as to what they're going to do when they retire. And you don't necessarily, but that's also scary.
Yes, it is.
Very scary.
So much of what we've talked about with getting older, you know, like I used to be somebody, and so many of us, or so many other people too, identified with their job. Mm-hmm. Hi, my name is Sue. I'm a teacher.
Yes.
You know, that's who I was.
Exactly.
So now that you're not that anymore, what are you?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk, first of all, about some basic bullet points, I guess we called them, that retirement can bring on. And I know we've talked about some of this before, but folks, we've been at this for a year and a half. We're going to tend to repeat ourselves from time to time. So
we repeat ourselves 10 and 12 times a day, let alone from week to week.
I know, and we're very patient with each other.
And with sometimes not with ourselves.
Okay. So some of the ways that retirement can really hit you, what the major ones we talked about were social, emotional, physical, and then financial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I'm actually going to start with that one because that's why I'm still working.
Right.
Is I did not plan. I thought, I think it was when I moved from, I was a principal in Scotts Bluff, and then I moved out to the farm. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to need much money out there. You've still got health insurance and car payments and car insurance and all of those things that I really didn't think of. And most of my professional years, as far as teaching goes, I was in a private school.
Right.
So I wasn't building up the Social Security that a lot of people did.
Yes.
Once that kind of slapped me in the face, I thought, oh, you didn't plan that very well, did you?
Right, exactly. And I know, so with the public school system, when you're thinking about your retirement, then you have to go to a retirement seminar. I'm not sure I would have heard this if I would have done that seminar when I first started working, but I wish I would have heard this when I first started working. And that was that you have 3 sources of income when you retire, and you should plan it this way, that 1/3 of it is Social Security.
Oh.
1/3 of it is your retirement from your job, whatever that retirement money is.
Okay.
And 1/3 of it should have been from investments, IRAs,
Okay.
any of those outside of work that you saved up for.
Oh.
And I honestly went, well, shit.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh,
That was me.
oh my gosh. So any young people that we have listening today,
Yes.
remember that it's those 3 sources. And of course, those that are even a lot younger probably are laughing at me when I say Social Security, and they're thinking, yeah, like that's going to be there.
That's not
But
gonna be there.
so even then you better look at, you know,
Yeah.
1/2 would be your retirement money and 1/2 would be your investments.
Right.
So then that brings us to a big one, and that's
Yeah.
get a financial planner no matter what age you are.
You said it so well that when you're younger, you don't think about this
No.
stuff. And then when you get older, it's all you can think about.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Exactly
So
right.
financial in that way that you really need to plan for it. And also that so many things that we wish we could do in retirement, we can't afford to do.
Right, exactly. And that financial planner, you know, first of all, you don't really, let's see, how am I going to say, I hope I'm going to say this right, but it's not that you're going to pay that financial planner out of your pocket. You don't go in there and the woman says, oh, I'm your financial planner, you're going to pay me $10,000. Their earnings come from your retirement.
It took me a long time to
Yes,
learn that. I thought, when
exactly.
is this guy ever going to send me a bill? Then you and Tim, I think, were telling me, no,
No,
you don't.
they make it off of the investments they help you to create
Yes.
and put into. And the piece that's so important with that financial planner is they start asking you the questions, what do you want to do
Yes.
when you retire? And I think they even probably say, when do you want to retire? Because some people can do it a lot earlier or a lot later or whatever, or
Yeah.
don't even want
and
to.
some people
you know.
don't even want to.
Yeah.
And not for financial reasons, just because they love what they're doing.
Yes, and they don't want to give it up.
And it gives them that purpose.
And the other piece then with having that planner in place is that some of those, like 401ks, I think, you know, you have to start taking that money out at a certain age.
Yes.
They also remind you when you need to apply for your Medicare. Social Security, you don't have to take it out when you retire. If you can go for a while without it, go ahead and keep it in there. And they help you with all those points.
There's no way I could have figured it out.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have even known the questions to ask myself.
Exactly.
So you've got that person. And yeah, for me, first of all, it was Medicare and Social Security. How do I navigate that? And my guy was very good at doing that. He still calls me every year in February. That's when my birthday is, and asks me about mostly medical questions. He'd ask me about new prescriptions and those types of things. And then he shops around for the best supplemental insurance and the best prescription card.
Right.
And he still does that for me. So
And they're up on it so much.
they are. And they've got all the
Resources.
resources.
There you
we go.
Yeah.
To do that.
Absolutely. So you don't have to have a buttload of money to have a financial planner. They're there to help you out
With what you've got.
with what you've got.
Yes. Yeah. So that would be a big piece of advice that I have is, first of all, is to the best of your knowledge, do you have enough to retire? And second of all, get that person in place. To help you, because it's like, to me, it's like talking anything about insurance.
Yeah.
There are certain things that just don't connect in my brain.
Right. Exactly right. I understand that.
Oh, figuring out term life and whole life and all of those things.
Yeah. And when they're talking to you or to me, I know that often I have that deer's eyes in the headlight.
Oh, yeah. Or
look.
the smile and nod.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Do
then,
you have any questions? No.
No. Yes. What did you just say?
Again,
All of it. But yeah.
I don't even know how to form a question.
Exactly.
So get that person to
in
help
place.
you out with those things.
ASAP.
Yes.
And really, the earlier you do it, I think the ASAP. As soon as
AARP?
no, as soon as
Oh,
possible.
as soon as possible. Okay. That would, because I knew that's what that
I
meant.
thought, God, what did I
thought,
throw
what's she
around?
trying to say? Because
No.
ASAP. Yes, I know what
Get
that
it
one
done.
means.
Yeah. Whether you're the child of a parent or you're the parent or you're caring for that parent, get that professional in
Yeah.
place.
Get
them
those,
in place.
Shan calls it, get your ducks in a row.
Ducks
What
in a-
did your T-shirt say for Family Days?
Oh, I had a couple different ones, but one was my ducks are definitely not in a row, but they're having a good time.
Okay.
But on the backside, I put the one that said, "My ducks don't even know what a row is." So, yeah,
So true.
so true.
Oh.
So
Oh,
get that person.
Financial's a good thing to think about. Where do we want to go next? Social?
Sure.
Okay. So, of course, social,
It's hard.
sometimes you don't keep the same friends that you had.
Yeah, that.
Especially those who were younger. And I had a lot of friends throughout the years that were younger than me or older. And when you're not in that work environment anymore and you don't see those people every day, you kind of lose that circle of friends.
You do, because working wise, that's who you're around all the time. You said younger friends. I think one thing that I had to deal with that was tough was I worked with a lot of younger people.
Yes, as a teacher, you do.
You do, and I didn't realize how young they made me feel.
Yes.
I lost that, and was a struggle.
Yeah.
And not just like, I don't know how I feel, maybe what was going on in your popular songs or movies or anything. They'd talk about them, so that kept me in that conversation with them, so that I knew every bit of what was going on kind of around me. And then I lost it, and it struggled. And we always had a Friday afternoon, Deck Divas is what we called ourselves. Friday after school, we'd get together at somebody's house. And I did that for a while, but then after a while, I was out of the loop. I was out of the conversation. So when they would talk about school and laws in school and other teachers, I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yep.
And that was really hard. And I've remained friends with everyone, but not... I don't think I'm part of the Deck Divas anymore.
Probably not, even though you've got the best deck.
I have the best deck
You
in
do.
the world.
Yes.
In fact, I saw a teacher that retired before I retired, and she said, "Gosh, I really miss those evenings on your deck." And I thought, well, then I need to have one with the old ladies.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay,
The
why
old
not?
deck divas.
The old Deck Divas.
Old deck diva. Dang, dang, dang. Sorry, that just sometimes those things just pop into my head.
Yeah, so
I don't know where they come from.
Who knows? That socialization.
It is, because you're not sharing. Well, like you said, I can't think of how to say it. You're just not sharing the same world
Yes.
that you used. And, nobody's fault. It's just what happens.
It is what happens.
So you start kind of missing out on that. And what you just said is a good example of, so now what? So
Now
what
what?
do I do about it? And that's going to come up. We've got a few different ideas about what you can do about these things. But if you're in one of these situations and you're not comfortable with it, change it.
Right. And I'm wondering, too, I was thinking about the fact that I made a lot of friends you talk about Tim and I volunteering a lot.
Yes.
I met a lot of people through that. I got to know quite a few more people just working at the golf course. So I had that. Sometimes it's hard to keep those friends, though, as soon as you aren't working or you don't volunteer in that same group. Or maybe it is for me. There's other people. Tim is one of them that I don't know how he does it.
Oh, he maintains friendships. I
Does.
don't care how old they are.
It doesn't matter.
Because he makes that effort.
He does.
Remember, there's that older guy. Tim and his friends get together a couple times a week for different things. Well, one day somebody had mentioned this guy's name, and he's an older guy, and people hadn't seen him around. And Tim said, well, I'm going to go see if he wants to join us next week. And he did.
And he did.
And
Tim
that
went
guy
and got
was
him and
just thrilled.
He was.
Yes.
You're right. They were going out for a beer on a Friday afternoon, And so he went up and asked him, and he was thrilled. So I just don't, yeah.
Yeah, because we think, well, maybe they wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
But they probably do.
They probably do.
You
Absolutely.
want to feel included.
Yes.
And to have somebody reach out like that is...
It's so important.
It really
and,
is.
You know, I've done that before where I'll call somebody and say, oh, you want to go out? Or I'll text him usually.
Yeah.
You want to go out for supper?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I really do.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go for supper. So
I don't know. Do we think we're bothering people when we want
I
to
do.
go do stuff? Yeah,
I
think
do.
I do too.
And sometimes, too, it's part of, because, you know, you live alone, and there's 90% of the time you're just perfectly fine with being there by yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit the same way, where it's like, yeah, no, I don't need to go out because I'm fine sitting at home.
Yes.
Tim is a little bit different. He likes to go.
Right.
And do. And that kind
And
of
so
thing.
he does.
And he does.
He doesn't sit back and wait for somebody to call or sit and wonder, oh, do you think they'd want to see me? Or he just does.
He just does it. Yeah.
And the same with me. Every time I run into somebody that I taught with here in Alliance, and because I was here, let's see, where did I go from here? I don't even know. I moved around for a bit, and when I came back, here I've been back since 2017, and I'll run into old friends and teacher friends, and they'll go, well, where are you these days? Well, I've been here for 6 years or whatever it is. It's been longer than that. But that's my fault.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know. How
Right.
are they supposed to know? And then even when we do make that connection, do I go ahead and reach out? Nope, I don't.
I know.
And I haven't shared my number, so they can't call me. Yeah. You need to get up and do something.
And do it.
I need to
You
get up
need
and
to.
do something about
You know,
it.
and socialization, when we're talking about that and that shift, Tim now does the grocery store shopping.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't have to go very often. He usually does the weekly grocery stores.
Yeah.
But
That's where you see everybody.
you do. So the grocery store, don't ever give that up. You know,
Yeah.
go to the grocery store
Yeah.
because you will run into people, and around here anyway, you'll stand and talk for a few minutes
know.
and
Yep.
and then off you
People
go.
I
But
haven't seen for years.
I know.
And that's where I see those people. Where are you these days? Oh, I've been here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a couple things on socialization, I guess. Can't think of anything else. I'm sure we'll think of more stuff. But
Okay.
here's a big one, emotional.
Oh yeah.
Just those feelings of, well, I used to be somebody. We always bring that up, but I think still to this day, that's my number one favorite episode we've ever done. It was a huge turning point for me. When you retire, even more so. Good. And that ties into that socialization thing. When you're not a part of that scene anymore, you feel really left out, and they don't even know who I am.
And you think that everything you did didn't matter.
That's a huge one. Because I think, do they remember that I started that preschool? I don't know that they do. But it's not my place to go back and remind them. I don't know.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
that preschool school is still going.
It is. It is.
So you know what? That you were somebody.
Yeah.
And you created something that is still there.
Still going. Right.
And that is a big part. And I'm not one, when I do something for someone or organization, I really don't want all the kudos. I had a hard time getting that to work. We're having frozen margaritas.
If you go clear to the bottom.
Uh-oh.
If you go clear to the bottom, it's melted down there. So the
Oh, okay.
straw works.
I can get something out.
So, yeah. I'm sorry.
Quite all right, because I forgot what it was.
I knew.
Okay.
Just the things that we did.
They used to be somebody part is kind of where I was at.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, and the
things-
episode that we did, our swim exercise instructor, that's where that came from,
Right.
was she was saying how when she was in high school, people drove by and honked, they were saying hello to you.
Yes.
And sometimes they would just stop at your house and visit. And then she married and had kids, and then pretty soon it was the kids. So somebody'd go past the house and give you a little beep, and that reminded her of her days, but she knew they were all about the kids.
Uh-huh.
And then the kids all move away after they've grown and whatnot. And now all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
who am I? And I really did used to be somebody.
I was the one people were honking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where that whole episode came from. And it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. And emotions, I think when we talk about the topic of emotions, everything that we talk about, all our different topics, topics, I don't know what you call them, they all fall into emotional.
They do.
You know?
Because that affects everything.
Everything. You worry about money, and then that you're emotional about it, and you're not keeping social with friends.
You
and
isolate. Yeah.
It all falls into that emotions part.
Yes.
Erin, it could be time to get you back on, babe.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that. But that emotions is such a huge part. And I know we have on here physical, and that leads to that as well, because you talked about depression can cause all sorts of physical ailments in your body.
I think we did one whole episode just on depression.
Well, I think we did.
Yeah, because it does. And, you know, here again, you're retired. You've got all this time. What are you going to do? I'm going to sit and feel sorry for myself every day of the week. But
which is probably the easiest thing to do, but definitely not the healthiest.
Yeah, and I don't think that comes until later. I think when you first retire, you're just so excited about being retired. You know, you do try other things. You sleep later, you go visit friends, or, you know, go on little trips, and then after that all kind of calms down and it settles in. That's when all this other stuff hits.
And maybe a point we should be making here. People think retirement is sitting back and it's easy.
Yeah.
Retirement isn't easy.
It's not.
It's just another chapter in your book, and you still got to get going on it, and you still got to keep reading on it, and you got to keep working at it. It's not, it could be, you could sit and do nothing, but it's going to be short-lived, and you won't be around for very long if you don't work at retirement.
Yes.
You got to work at it.
That's a good point, because, that's when you can do more reading on things and, why am I feeling like this? And I think that was another comment we used to get when we first started this from other retired people was, I thought I was the only one who felt this way. So you're not. Whoever you are, talk to other retired people. Well, and even that, you know, I don't hang around a lot with other retired people. You know, I live out in that neighborhood. We're all retired. I really don't make much of an effort to go talk to other people. I should do that. Maybe I can find out why they're not mowing my lawn and watering. Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah, okay, that's a whole different story right there.
No kidding.
Yes. So there's the depression, there's more anxiety.
Yeah, a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, and just the, you know, what next? And how much longer do I have? That's another part.
Oh, that is a whole nother ballgame of retirement.
More about is, and we all know we've got more time behind us than we do ahead of us. But we don't know how much time ahead of us.
Absolutely.
So
now you think about it
all the time.
When you're working, you're too busy, and you weren't going to think about that. Now there's a lot of time on your hands, and that's one thing you think about.
How many more times will I get to see this person?
Yeah.
How many more times will I get to do this certain activity?
What happens after? Oh, yeah. That's a whole different...
Yeah, we did one on that, too, I think, as far as...
Did we?
About what happens next. Oh, yeah, that could be the title of the other one. Oh, this one's, okay, I've retired, now what? Then it could be, okay, I died, now what?
But there is no answer there, so we'd have to make all that up.
Yeah. And then the last one we have on our list is physical. And
no, there's one you'd skip, but go ahead and go with physical.
No, we did social, we did emotional, we did financial, and now we're doing physical.
We talked about self-discovery. Is that a topic
really
itself?
Good one.
It was.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
That was one of our responses to feeling.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a
okay.
Oh well, they don't know
physical.
Our outline, so
they don't.
Just bear with us, guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, physical, and again, big one. Whether you want it to or not, your body starts falling apart. It's just what, you know. There are people who take so much better care of themselves as they're growing older that we don't all have the same problems, because those people who took better care of themselves don't have the physical things to the same degree. their joints still pop and crack. They still feel pain here and there. But the degree that they feel that, I think, really depends on the healthy lifestyle that you chose.
Yeah.
And I have not. So I'm paying the price for some of that.
Yeah.
those
So,
things
yeah,
now.
just that piece of exercise.
Yes.
And we can do a whole forever on exercise and what works, what doesn't work, how you get going on it and all that. But exercise makes a big difference
Huge.
in how you feel and how you sleep.
Yes.
We've talked about that. When I exercise, walk, or whatever, I'm going to sleep better at night than if I've sat all day long. So that physical part, and physical meaning exercise, but also what's deteriorating in our body.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I mean, it is, right?
Yeah,
What's
true.
things that are given up in your body? It's kind of like an old machine.
Just kind of. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when I went in for my bone density, I've lost another ½ inch.
Damn it.
And I know that's the one that bothers
That is
you
my
the
biggest.
most.
Sue, my gosh. So, oh my God.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up.
I know, you're right.
I know.
Oh my gosh, it bothers me. And I think women more than men, we keep getting shorter.
Yep.
And so, and here's my true confession. During our EDC, our family time, I realized I was looking into the eyes of my daughters.
Yes.
And I always was taller than
I
them.
know.
And now they're straight across.
Yeah. And it's not like they're still growing. I
No,
mean,
they're the height
adults.
they're at. They're going to be that high until they get to our age and they
That's
start
right.
losing it.
And
so
then they'll be shorter than Emma.
watch
so.
out, girls, because you guys were shorter than I
coming
was.
for
So
you.
yeah, it's coming for you. Oh,
Yeah, because I remember when that happened with Mom. Because Mom was always so tall.
very tall.
And yeah, by the end, same thing. I would think I was just a little bit taller than she was. And again, some of that you can get good control on if you exercise, if your calcium, your vitamin D, if you're taking care of those things. Because as far as my bone density, she said it hadn't changed, so that part was good. So
Then
I
where
don't
the
know
heck
where
did
I'm
it go?
losing.
Where did it go?
Where'd that ½ inch
That's
go?
the other part. Where did it go?
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
And why can't I find it?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm growing out instead of up.
Well, and I was thinking it's just gravity, because heaven knows
That's true.
my body is just sinking to the ground.
I've got more body on which gravity can act.
It.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Oof.
Yeah. And two, I think. Oh, somebody's trying to call you, but we don't. That's okay. Yeah. And physically and medically, I don't know. Are those different things? Physically, I think. Well, no. Physically, I think of, that's your body frame. It's your, your skeleton, your joints, blah blah.
Okay.
And medically, is this stuff going on inside? No, that doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
medical
but
is more about
blood pressure. And,
taking medications to
Yes.
curb any problems
Right.
such as heart
Yeah.
disease, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And of course, and we absolutely have to talk about at some point, it's not just medication. There's other ways around it with herbs and what you eat.
Yes.
And all those.
This is when we need Barb.
I know,
For
right?
a whole
She's so good at all the different
She was-
herbs and what they
Yes.
do and how they help. And
Yes. And, that came, I think, a lot for her from raising goats is she didn't want to use injections and all of that. We still had to do them from time to time, but she did so much research on that and would come up with her own little concoctions as to what she would feed the goats, and it really worked on them. So, yeah, there are other methods to do that.
and when we saw Scott last week,
Yes.
and we knew he had told us, or Barb, that she had him start taking collagen.
Is that what? Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Is that what the hair's
Hair.
growing?
Because
His
his
ears.
hair was falling out after the last surgery when he had a hip replaced. So, but I think that's a man thing. I hate to tell Scott.
Oh, really?
Men, as they get older, we may sink, but they get nose hairs and ear hair and
It was the
eyebrows
eyebrows.
that go every
they were
which way.
curling right into his eyeball, and I kept reaching for it. And
Yeah,
he said,
trying
just
to
leave
pull
it
it.
alone.
But man, did his hair look good.
It did.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
it was thick
yeah.
and beautiful,
Yeah.
and
Scott's
Scott
got that.
had the white hair
Yes.
like Dad did,
Yes.
and it's curly. Oh yeah, it looks
Yes.
so good.
Yeah, it really does.
So-
Yeah, Scott, you're looking good.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to get a trimmer, electric trimmer. If you don't
Yeah.
have one of those, just get that, Scott.
Yeah.
You can just run it over everything you don't want.
He won't let Barb do it anymore because she worked on his mustache once, and it's short and wonky, and I don't even know what all. But so he won't even let her touch
Oh.
it anymore.
I'm not good at that either, but I do that
That's
sometimes
why the
with
eyebrows
Tim.
are just doing what they're doing.
They're doing, yeah.
I'm not going to
And you know, I
to.
can't say anything because it's been forever since I've really looked at my eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
And I know there will be a day when I get that one gray,
Oh, yeah.
3-foot long eyebrow hair coming out, and I can't see it. So, children, don't ever hesitate to pull those out of my
Just
eyebrows,
reach
please.
over and, yeah, because you can kind of see it, but then the tweezers are so small, you just can't. Yeah.
Right? You can't
So-
you can't see all of it.
I know.
And I have a magnifying mirror.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
And it-
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Boy,
many
we better
things
quit
with,
talking about our
with
ailments.
physical. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to go ahead and kind of wrap it up now and then come
do.
back with our? Because we thought this is either going to be a 2 or 3 part.
Because we're going to talk about in length what to do when you retire.
Yeah. Some
and
options.
ideas and some options and we'll come up with as many as we can for people and hope that if you don't know your path and you're looking for one, we can help you find that path
Yes.
in retirement.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have a couple guest speakers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we won't. Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about?
What's in my hand?
Yes. Yes.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business. Yes. Oh, and I was thinking of this one too, but we're going to talk about that next time.
Yeah, let's talk about that
Okay.
next time.
Okay.
Suspense.
I'm going to go with my unfinished business
Okay,
first.
you do yours.
Because as we were talking last week, there were 2 times when I had just this wonderful thought in my head, but it went away. I could not bring it back. And one comment you made is, well, probably about 10 minutes after we're done with the show, it'll pop back into your head. And it did. And 2, it ties in with what we're talking about today. And we were talking about the whole passport thing.
Oh, yes.
Of the
Nebraska
Department of
passport, tourism. Yep.
Right. Where you can just travel all over Nebraska and visit these places and blah, blah, blah. And what I was thinking was, that's a good thing to do when you're retired, is you have, a little more time now so you can actually go out and visit these places. And I don't know, not so profound, but that's what I was thinking, and I was so pleased when it popped back into my mind. The other one, still no idea. So
Still don't have that one.
Nope. Okay, so this is the other
My
one.
unfinished business from last week, we talked about small town, big family.
Yes.
And our trip to Julie's funeral and wake and being in even
Small
smaller than
towns,
us.
yes.
But yet family was huge.
Yes.
Was huge.
Yeah.
And so she was a drummer, and you've said she was the cool cousin, and she was kind of cool because she was
really
in
was.
a band.
You know,
Danny was too.
Danny was too. I'm sorry, Danny. I know you're kind of sometimes you're getting left out of stuff, but because the other thing I thought, and I should have looked into it more, was she was more than just a drummer. When she got older, she went back to school.
Oh, she did, yeah.
And did she work with autistic kids?
No, I thought it was elderly.
Elderly?
I don't know.
There's our next unfinished business. Find out what else Julie did. Yeah, but I thought she did more than just drum.
And so
But-
the oldest sibling, her brother, talked about a time when they were all younger and she was living with them, and there was a lounge or a bar or whatever, and the Drifters were going to be performing, but they needed a drummer. And she auditioned, and she got to play with the Drifters for like 2 weeks. And you got to look up the Drifters but of course, could we come up with any songs? No, you came up with one that day.
Under the Boardwalk.
Under the Boardwalk. They did a lot of hit songs.
They really did.
So here's a few. This Magic Moment, Save the Last Dance for Me,
Yes.
Up on the Roof.
Some of those that were, you were kind of alone, but up on the roof.
Yeah,
There was
you're-
another one I know they didn't do, but some like in my room or something. But anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
and you could swing with them. You know,
Yeah,
there was something about
yeah.
it. There Goes My Baby and Stand By Me. And, of course, that was in a movie.
That's the one that really surprised me.
Yeah.
Because you hear these songs and you don't, I
You don't
always
think about the-
attributed what I think we thought a lot of them were the Beach Boys.
We did.
It's that style.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
But a
download
lot
some-
of individuals and groups have
Uh-huh.
recorded these songs.
Yes, they've been in a lot of movies.
And there they
So,
were, the Drifters.
Very good.
She was
Okay.
famous, and we knew her.
Okay. Yep.
And
So
we
I've
knew her.
got one thing for my unfinished business next time. Takeaways, retirement. Again, it's one of those, I guess, unavoidable things.
It sure
Unless,
is.
some
Amen.
people work until they drop dead. But yeah, everybody kind of goes through very similar things.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully next week we'll have a few ideas. And if you have ideas about what you've done since you've
Send 'em
retired,
in.
let us know.
My takeaway would be, yes, you get to quit clocking in and out at your job, but retirement is still work.
Yes,
It is work.
I think that's a really good point.
Hate to tell y'all,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you got to keep working at it.
Yeah.
Yes, like Sue said, if you want to get a hold of us, send us an email at unavoidableaging@gmail.com. And it's all one long thing there. It's unavoidableaging@gmail.com. You can listen to us pretty much any place that you listen to your other podcasts. We upload to Podbean. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Spotify, YouTube, you name it, we're probably there. You just have to type in Unavoidable Adventures in Aging. And when you do get there, please remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share with everyone.
Please do all those things and please enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself. You can't believe that I still have to read this off a piece of paper. It's like, how many words? So enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself and remember,
You're not knucking futz. You're just aging.
Oh,
There we go.
we forgot to tell Sean what we had for dinner too the other night. What was
It's
it?
kind of hit and miss. Oh, we had
It
tacos.
is. We had tacos, and then tonight
Is
it's
shish kebabs on the grill.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Sean, go fire up your drill.
Yeah, your drill or your grill, whichever
or your
one.
Grill, whichever one. Bye.
Bye, everybody.